Today is Saturday, January 17th, and I need to do some repots. And that's mainly because this video is really about my new plants that I got from Baker's Acres. I bought myself new Anthurium on their purge on Palm Street last week, and I just couldn't resist. They're just beautiful. So I have acclimated them here. The poor things have been freezing to death, I'm sure. It's been, I think the coldest our house has been is 59 degrees. Yeah, that's in the morning. And so they haven't died yet, but I need to get them potted up into their nice, warm, moisture place. And so I also want to repot existing plants. So I had mentioned in my last video that I have 2 plants of silver splash in this pot, and I was wanting to get out the other plant so this one has room to grow. So we're going to do that today. And I also want to do my forgetti that is not doing great together. Once again, I put these plants together thinking, oh, I want a bushy Anthurium. Well, Anthurium don't really care much for that, and just saying. And so we're going to work on this as well. As you can see, so this is my latest leaf, and it's not even hardened off yet. I don't even know if this plant's healthy, so we're going to figure that out as well. But this is the biggest leaf that I've gotten since putting it in no drainage. And then this is also another plant that has gotten, you know, pretty decent size, but forgetti leaves, I'm learning, are not, they are not, I don't know, guys, they are just not happy here at this house. I've heard other people have problems with forgetti, like all these I get these weird splashes. I know it's not fertilizer. I know it's not, because they don't get anything different than anything else. Forgetti, for some reason or another, gives me these splotches, and they're 2 different plants. However, I will say the splotches aren't as bad this time around, but what is bad this time around is how awful the leaf looks. Also, if you watched that video, I had mentioned that there's a crack. I have a crack all the way down and around this pot, and I haven't gotten it out yet, simply for the fact that it's not leaking. But I need to do something with this, so we're going to do that today as well. So first thing I want to do is the easy ones, which is the new ones. I'm pretty confident that this will be downsized. I'm going to probably put these in 2 separate pots. I'm going to not keep one of these plants and only keep this one, and I'll probably go in a smaller vessel as well. So we'll see. I may not have enough. I brought 2 different kinds out, but I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. You know me, I wing it as I go. And I don't think I'm going to put, the last couple repots you've seen me do, I've put the screen on top of the leca. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I haven't, and there's really no reason why I wouldn't, other than, I mean, this plant is growing roots at this point, and it's not even close to hitting the bottom of where the leca layer is. But I don't know. I feel like that it's going to hinder the plant, and I just don't think I'm going to bother doing it anymore. Most of my plants don't have it in on top of the leca layer. Only probably 6 of them do. Plus, it's just another tedious thing that I have to do if I keep it up, you know. And I don't. And I know when I repot those, they're going to be all grown into that screen most likely, and that will be a pain. So, new plants. So this one is a Crystal Cross Lux Cross AOS. The main reason I got this, I already have a Crystal Lux, but what I don't have is the AOS with it. And I really was enamored by this leaf when I saw it on Palm Street. If I can find pics of their parent pictures, I will paste those in, but I don't think I took any when I bought them, but I could be wrong. But the leaves are in great shape. They're thick. They do have spray on them. Usually Baker's Acres sprays their plants before sending for pests, which is fine, but the problem is those leaves usually have that white stuff on it forever. But it doesn't look like this one's too bad, the big one. Now, I am not going to get up and go to the camera and zoom in, but I'll zoom in the best that I can and see how that looks when I'm editing. So hopefully that'll work, because I know, at least from this distance, I don't know what you see. So, and I know it's not near close enough. But we'll see. So this is, I just thought this is the leaf that sold it for me. I just thought it was really pretty. I think I liked just the shape of it, because that's really where the Ace of Spades comes in, and also the darkness of the leaf, which is why I chose to get it. The red crystal that I do have, Crystal Lux that I have, has more of a grayish cast to it. So this is a nice change, I think. So yeah, so that's that one. And then this one is Gator cross Besseae cross Fort Sherman cross Ralph Lyman cross Fort Sherman. I mean, how many crosses can you have, right, of the same kind? But apparently you can. And the full reason I got this one is this look. Look at the narrow length and the bunny ears on this plant. When I saw that, I said, yeah, I want this in my collection. I don't want the same leaves over and over again, and right now I'm kind of looking for the Dorito for the Mr. Worldwide, like this one that I have, you know, that's pumping out a new leaf slowly but surely. It hates winter, so I don't expect that to be too great. Plus I need to water it. But yeah, I just think that these leaves are just beautiful. And again, it's got a lot of that white soapy stuff to it. I'm not gonna rub it till it comes out. When it came in, I also sprayed alcohol with water and some little bit of Castile soap on it. rinsed it off in a shower real good, but I'm not going to try to get that stuff off. It's not ideal, but I just don't like hurting the leaves, and I feel like too much of that rubbing for no reason really at all other than cosmetic. I need to do that. So I will probably try to spray it one more time and then just gently rub it off with a microfiber cloth, but that's it. All right, so let's go ahead and move these out of the way. I keep having to check my, last time I did, I wear my hair down a lot, and I haven't not used to microphones, so I'm just afraid you're going to hear all sorts of scratching. I probably should put my hair back. And honestly, guys, I don't know if I want to keep the forgetti. I'm so frustrated with these leaves. I did throw out the Vitarlifolium cross forgetti that I had. I did not like it. Its leaves drove me as batty as these forgettis. I finally gave up on it, and I've just decided I'm not going to waste space on plants that just don't do it for me anymore. This is when I miss summer months so much, because I can't use the faucet outside to get this dirt out. I mean, I could, but I mean, that would be really, really cold. And plus our hoses are put up. One thing I have noticed, and I know I mentioned this in prior videos about my Baker's Acres plants experience, I've been struggling a lot with the leaves in general and how they grow. I mean, just in this case in point, this is how it came to me, all right? But what I've noticed is they get, oh, and this one was broken off when I got it out of the box, which was sad. So, but this was the way that it is. It's too tiny at the top, in my opinion. I don't think it's really going to do much. But I noticed that they do that a lot. And the plants are beautiful. They're a good price. This was like $40. That one I think was $50. But I just feel like almost that they try too hard with cloning, or not cloning, but hybridizing their plants. What happens is that they may have a good plant, but we end up getting the plant eventually has a hard time, growing leaves out because of its genetics or something. I don't know. I'm definitely love Baker's Acres. They know that, but I've noticed on some of my plants here over the last 6 months, their leaves are wonky. Some of them just wonky, and okay, good. And I just wish that they weren't. I'm not really sure what I can do about it. I don't think I can, and it definitely doesn't help. I can't judge this leaf because of my humidity and wintertime. Just can't. I have only had it 4 days. but my environment's very hard on plants that come into this house at any time of year. I mean, coming from a nursery, but especially wintertime. Especially wintertime. Those are good roots. And they have the plants. I've never had a plant that just died on me from them at all. I mean, they have great plants. It's just, I don't understand sometimes why the leaves do what they do. But it's not just them. I've had it, I think Font Animal, I've had almost every plant I've bought from them has wonked out on me. I mean, I don't even know if I've kept, I don't think I've kept 2 of 4 that I have bought from them. And the one I just showed you is one of Font Animal's plants, and my KOS that I have that I'm struggling with is theirs as well. It's the most ridiculous plant that I own, but I'm just determined trying to get that thing. Maybe in the spring it'll actually grow a leaf without choking itself to death. Who knows? This morning I watched a lot of plant videos, but I watched Sydney Plant Guy's Alocasia video. It came out maybe a week ago. And I just have to be in the mood for some of these plant videos because I'm not an Alocasia girl. And I see almost all his plant videos, so a lot of times I'm like, I probably, you know, I'm not interested in that one, but I'm glad that I watched it because he says a lot about, you know, he has a lot of frustration. I think every YouTuber or commenter like you guys, people who watch us, you know, you all have experience in your homes. And we have experience in our homes on different methods of growing plants. But what's great about Jan is he will try multiple plants, the same type of plant. Like he had multiple corms from, I think, Capria, and what other plant was it? I'm seeing it in my head, but I can't think of the name. Regal Shield, I think, and he potted them up. He chopped and propted them in multiple substrates. And in multiple videos, I've seen him kind of debate the fact that it doesn't matter what substrate you use. And I got the biggest kick out of him today because he was getting really, passionate about how it doesn't matter what you grow it in. Everything's around conditions. Everything's around care of your plant, how you care for the plant. There's so many little things that tie into it. And what he proved is that all 4 different substrates that he tried worked. What comes down to it is what you prefer. And I've had a lot of questions about no drainage. I'm not going to tell you to use it. I will never do that. I will tell you what my preference is. I will tell you what, I've even had videos that say, you know, hey, this is what happens when you overwater and no drainage, and I've had fails as well. But I will say too that I'm not willing to use pon for any of my plants because I don't like using pon. I use them for my cacti and succulents, but that's because it's small, and I just don't like the feeling of it, the texture of it. I don't like that I can't use my moisture meter in it or my finger to know if it's wet or not. I can look at the top of them and know that they're dry, but what I don't know is the underneath, right? So for me, that's just not going to be my thing, so I wouldn't go to it. But I digress. I just want to say is that if you haven't seen that video, you need to check it out. I mean, I appreciate his videos so much, and I've even told him in the comments, I'm like his not #1 fan, but I am pretty much watching all of them. And most plant channels that have me in there watching theirs, they know that I love to comment because I'll watch the whole video, and usually I have a lot of things I'd like to say. But yeah, I just think that he's just really unique in his videos, and I just really like this particular one today because he's right, and I love his passion for everything. Oh, I forgot my leca. I knew I forgot something. I'd really love to listen to music right now, but I can't. I mean, I could put earphones on. Hold on a minute. Let me see. So, I mean, this is gonna grow out so fast, but I think I'm okay with that because I have a lot of Anthurium plants. A little bit, this one's definitely gonna need to go into a different size, but I feel like this one could probably go into this cup. I mean, I could put it in here, but I still feel like that's a little too much. I have changed my tune on how big I put my Anthuriums in pots. Simply for the fact that I'm not really sold that that's a great thing to do all the time. And I can't really say why, but I feel like that I've seen plants take too long to grow because they're trying to fill out their pots. You know? Now my mix has extra stuff in it. I use tree fern fiber, I use peat moss, I use big chunks of perlite, and then I stopped using little perlite and added more pumice, and then I also added zeolite. Oh, and I also added stratum. I also have in here a little bit of charcoal as well. So in this case, I'm going to put some Myco in. It won't take long at all for this to grow over. I mean, honestly, I shouldn't probably put it in here. But I am. I don't mind repotting. You guys know that. And their plants really grow quick, at least for me. But then everything stops. It's really odd. You know, I think because I move my plants so much in different locations, they don't, you know, they might like it in one spot and then I change them, and then that takes them a long time to figure out, oh, well, I don't have as much light. And then all of a sudden I move it again, because I do. I mean, I'm a maniac when it comes to moving my plants around. It's crazy. So I realize that, and I'm okay with that because I do move it around too much. Come springtime, this guy, he will be out of this pot pretty quick, if not before. But it has room, plenty of room to grow. What I don't like is having the stem out of the top of my pots. That drives me nuts. I like having them inside the pot so the aeroids grow and get roots and contribute to the plant growth and health. And I don't like seeing it. So there's that one. Yeah, I wish there was stuff that I could get that spray off. It's really does drive me a little bonkers. All right, so this guy is going in this pot. I just did my nails this morning. Painted them, and I am digging in here with no protection. I know better than that. I usually have at least an inch of leca. My dog, she barks all the time, especially when I'm recording. I've got too much stuff up here. I actually have a wish list video planned to do soon. Can you imagine that? I have actual list of plants that I want. And they aren't Anthurium. How about that? So stay tuned for that video. I think I'm also going to do a favorites video because I am so impressed with some of my plants that I need to do a favorites video. I just have to. Where's my... You guys probably see it, but I'm not seeing. There it is. I really took a hiatus on buying Anthurium. The last one I bought was in October, and that is a long time considering how many I would buy a week. I have one more. I placed an order with Woohoo Tropicals. He won't be shipping it until January 26th. They're out of town. But I bought one and I won a Besseae, I think, AF from seed that he grew. So I'm really excited about that. I love having, of course, free Anthurium, especially from Brian. He does amazing work with his plants. Okay, I see a little bit of root right here, but that's okay. A little bit of air is good. A little bit of air pockets. Especially in this mix, sometimes I feel like that I make too heavy of a tree fern fiber mix. That's why I added so much more stones or minerals to it this time around. Okay, so let's look at these awful forgetti. I used to love this plant, you know. I did. I used to love this plant. What's this size? But these leaves just drive me crazy. So don't have too much room up here, if you can tell. What I don't know is, like, how much battery do I have left? I don't have that on the screen. So I need to pay close attention to the little red thing on the screen. It looks like it's still recording. I hope it's still recording. I have an app for my phone that I was going to use that I can connect to my camera, but it wasn't working and I didn't want to deal with it. And I don't know if I can get the battery icon on it or not. This is not going to be easy. Okay, maybe it is. Close your eyes, guys. I don't think this is going to be a very happy plant. Plants. Oh, okay, wasn't too bad. So this is what happens when you don't wash your stuff, which I'm really bad about. It's thick and gross at the bottom of your pot, like almost like mud. I really need to do better at that, and I didn't do it again. When I say that, I mean the leca. I don't always wash the leca, as you saw. Actually, I never wash the leca. So I combined these two together and I have it in a video. It was like the second video I did on going to no drainage for my Anthuriums. I only recorded a few of those. I did like 17 of them off camera. And you can see that if you want, but at the time they were small. They didn't have much growth to them, so I thought, well, it'd be kind of cool to have them together. Not really, because look what I did to this leaf. I think this leaf would have come out fine if they weren't together. But I just don't know if I'm gonna keep this plant. It's in good shape. There's no rot at all that I can see. This one's growing another leaf already, or something. I think if I keep one, it will be this one. They're so cute when they're small. I don't know. There's some Anthuriums I just don't care for when they get real big, and this is kind of one of them. I mean, I guess if I had leaves that were nice and not orange splotches on them, and it'd be different. But honestly, I haven't had one leaf that hasn't had a little bit of a splotch on either one of these plants. They're two different plants. So that's what I think I'll do, guys. I'm just going to keep this one. I keep looking at the camera. Is the red thing on? Looks like it. I think if it was off, the screen would go blank on me, like within a couple minutes, which is good because then I would know. But what I think I'm going to do here is I need to get another pot and I need to dump this stuff in the trash. I'm going to switch out my battery. My husband bought me this camera, I think I've said that, and then he bought me extra batteries. God love him. He's just so good to me. He wanted me to have a nice video, looking video for my little plant channel, for my dollhouse as he calls it. What I really should do is change my video or my channel to Sherry's Dollhouse. But then people would think, what? That might be a bad thing to change it to. Sherry's Dollhouse. All right. I'm going to toss this thing too. No reason to keep it. Yeah, it's a shame, guys. It's a shame. It really is. I mean, this leaf was nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to second guess. I don't want two of the same plants, you know. I am a mess. I've got dirt all over me. I know I have to definitely vacuum again after this. Should I? No, I don't have. I was going to say maybe I should do my other plant, but I don't have enough spots. All right. Well, that's going to be a tight squeeze. Maybe that was the right size for it. I could cut the roots, I guess. Don't really think I need to at this point. I think I need to go find me another size. All right, I got myself the last two little candy jars that I got at the dollar store in the summer or whenever it was. I last shot for the drainage vessels. I think that will be a good one for both of these. It's a little bit smaller than what they came out of, but bigger than these. I think the silver splash is going to need this size too, is my guess. So I just brought both in. Missy's going crazy. She wants to go out and walk with her father really bad. Oh, this is the Crystal Lux. I had the wrong. I do need to make labels. I need to catch up on where I was. I'm starting to get lazy. The problem is the labels that come with the plants don't stay very long. They actually rub out pretty quickly. So this will be a lot better. I want to get off, there we go. I wanted to get that extra stem off. A lot of that stuff that is at the bottom of these vessels is peat moss. I really would love to not to use peat moss, but I feel like I have to use peat moss with tree fern. mainly because tree fern is so heavy. It's just not airy enough, and peat moss helps that airiness. Yeah, this is a perfect pot. Maybe what I'll do is ask AI if I need to have peat moss with tree fern fiber. See what he says. I hate that stuff. It's just, I mean, it's what makes everything so dirty. I don't add that much to my mix either. At least I don't feel like I do. But I see it. And I see it in here. Drives me a little batty. If you don't do this, I've found that it's really difficult sometimes for the water to get down to the bottom of, you know, a particular side, because you don't, it gets too compacted, which is not good. So I try really hard to break that up when repotting. So if this doesn't help, then I will no longer buy Forgetti. At least that's what I'm sticking to at the moment. The light outside changed and I look brighter on that camera from what I can tell. I don't know. But I'm not gonna mess with it. Oh, this is heavy. That's because there's water in it. I watered this not too long ago. I like to be able to reuse it. But I don't know if I'll be able to. There's a huge root coming down here too. I will need to be careful. I just want to give this plant a chance. and it broke out into 3 plants. And I almost threw it out because I didn't like it, but that's why I went to no drainage. This is the first plant that went to no drainage, or plants that went to no drainage, and I also have that on video. And they're just always so thirsty, but running into each other like this is not ideal. I really wish I could reuse this dirt. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know if I can. My roots are tied together. There we go. I'm not going to keep that one. Nothing wrong with that plant. I just don't want 2 of them. So I am definitely not going to put it back in this bigger pot. It's like I'm going to put it in this one. I think that'll be fine. The roots look real healthy. I don't see any rot. I don't smell anything. It's great. I do see one that I could remove here. It's always the ones right under the stem, you know, that can have that, well, any of them can have rot, but that's where I usually find some if I'm going to find it. All right. I think I'm going to reuse this. I'm on a budget, so I'm saving my stuff. I could have done that with my spaghetti probably, and I didn't even think about it. So what happens to me is I'm too busy focused on videoing or something, and I don't give myself the time I need to focus. My favorite no drainage is the narrow glass, tall glass vessels. I like this one, but it's a little bit too wide for my liking. And I find they're not quite tall enough for the aeroids. I really kind of messed up when I bought these, not knowing at the time you know, that information. And this was the first plant that I had in no drainage, and then I just went out and bought that same size. I don't need all of this added roots, really. I should start cutting. So I don't grow out of pots soon, you know? I don't know if you can hear them or not. I know you can hear me, or at least I think you can. Sure is messy. Don't want to put that back in there. Some roots. There's some roots. I screwed up again. Take on it. See, guys, I mean, don't do what I do, just watch what I do. Crazy. And having some roots in there is not going to do anything too bad, but I don't want them rotting. Always hate having a mess on the leaf on these repots, but never fails that the stem and everything gets so dirty. I don't know why, but for some reason I have trouble with this plant as well. There's certain Anthuriums that just, you know, everybody struggles with certain plants, and I feel like I struggle with this one. Shh. So wet. I definitely watered this like a couple days ago. I think I'm going to stop there and add dry for the top layer. I don't want all that leca and stuff at the top. Although we have my pumice, but it's all right. What a mess. That's probably good enough. I have to make more for my next plants that come in a couple weeks. Okay. So we got 3 and then 4. Yeah, he's definitely going to have to be up potted like really soon, but it is what it is. So I am going to water these guys other than this one. And I think that is all we're going to call for today. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. Hit the subscribe. It would really make my day. And thank you so very much for watching. Leave comments. I enjoy hearing from everybody. I love interacting with the plant community. And also down below in the description is a community link, hyperlink to my YouTube page where you can go to it, paste pictures of your plants and show them to my community, and we can have a great chat over them. I'd love to see your plants. The one thing you have to do though is be a subscriber to my channel for 1 day before you can do that. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.